Hello, I'm Mary V. Today, let's talk about the mechanics of the left hand. So the second and third finger of the left hand normally don't have issues. They're in the middle and the arm is more or less straight down. The wrist is straight down when we play these two fingers. But issues happen with the first finger and also with the fourth finger. And there's a relationship between those two. So let's talk about the first finger. So you need to be able to use your first finger in two ways. One way is while you're still in the violin hold with the inside of the finger, but you also need to be able to use the finger. And if you're going from an open string, you simply don't have time to change the shape of your hand. So you have to be able to use your finger, it's just in a little bit more restricted way, while it's still holding the neck. It's just touching the neck really. So you've got to be able to learn to be able to move it like that without tightening up between the first finger and the thumb. But another way is to put the second finger and the third finger down and then move your first finger completely away from the neck of the violin so that you can get a lot of freedom. So because the fourth finger is the weakest finger, a lot of people find it very helpful to release their first finger when the fourth finger is down so that they can get a lot more freedom in their hand. So if you're used to being able to release your first finger, then you can do it when you've got your fourth finger down. So you can see the relationship between the first finger and the fourth finger is really quite important. The finger that is most compressed is usually the first finger, but it's far more able to make adjustments in shape than the fourth finger is. So get your fourth finger working really well like that. And while you're doing that, you can release your first finger. Now you see a lot of violinists playing with that high first finger like that. So if you find yourself tight between the first finger and the thumb, then a good exercise is to tap with the first finger and then with the thumb, like this. Tap, tap, on, tap, tap, on, tap, tap, on, tap, tap, on. And you'll find as you keep on releasing both the thumb and the first finger that you'll be able to release this incredibly tight hold between the first finger and the thumb, because it's really necessary to play by being able to release your first finger. So remember the role of the wrist. Keep your wrist very, very soft. And if you're playing like this, your fourth finger is going to be a lot more rigid and straight, right? And it's very difficult to do vibrato in that movement. It's more of a forced movement. But if you keep your wrist nice and soft, the fourth finger finds it a lot easier to work, right? The fourth finger is our weakest finger, and it actually needs the most help from the other, from the hand shape and also from the first finger. So if you can learn to tap your fingers with a soft wrist, tap the fourth finger and then tap the first finger while leaving the second and third finger on, you'll be able to release your hand a lot better when you realize the dynamic and the relationship between the fourth and the first. So I do hope you found something in this video helpful, and I'll leave it there. Bye.